Hello, dear kids. Now, today we are going to talk about a very beautiful poem from Oxford International Lower Secondary English Book, Student Book 1, and this is for grade 6. Let's start it. Today we are going to tell you about this poem. A brief overview of this poem is that the following poem is written by John Keats. We know he's a very famous poet and mostly romantic poet who was born in London in 1785. The speaker is referring to the sea when they say it at the start of the poem. Poetry often creates image in your head. After you have read or listened to the poem, choose some lines from Bede. Now, what is Bede? Bede is the name for river gypsies of Bangladesh, and as we know, what are nomadics? Nomadics are those people who migrate from one place to another place on land. As we have seen in so many places around us, the people in living in those stick houses with a lot of cattle around, and sometimes when you go to the school or somewhere else, you saw some people grazing their cattle on the road. Those are all called nomadics. These are the land people. So what here we are talking about, these are the river gypsies. River gypsies are those who, the people who live, earn and travel on the river. They use ships to travel from one home to another home, and most of these river gypsies has houses with bamboo sticks, and the base structure of houses is on the bamboo sticks, and on the top there is a house. So what is Bede? Bede is the name of the river gypsies of Bangladesh, as they live, earn, travel on the river. Illustrate the lines you have chosen. Use pictures and sketches. You may choose to make the word part of your illustration. The other thing they are saying that you have to read some lines from Bede, and then you have to illustrate or show off your lines by using pictorial diagrams or make sketch out of those lines. And now we are coming on the main poem, on the sea. The poet is John Keats. It has stanzas. In the first stanza we are going to talk about, it keeps eternal whispering around. This means eternal means forever, and whispering जैसे ह्यूमन विस्पर करते हैं एक दूसरे के कान में, सरगोशियाँ करना जिसको कहते हैं, ठीक है. So the whispering means talking slowly from ear to ear. It keeps eternal whispering around. Eternal whispering is the sound of the waves. Here they are mentioning the sound of the waves in the sea. Eternal is the eternal, forever nature of the sea. Here eternal means as the sea is eternal means that it does not change as the time has passed, as time has no effect on it. Here the sea is compared to the human life. The eternal nature of the sea is that it lives forever, in comparison with the transient nature of human life, which is mortal, and the sea is immortal. Desolate shores with its mighty swells. Desolate means here sad. Shores, as we know that these are the edges, dry edges from where the sea starts, and with its mighty means huge. Swells here it means we know when we look at the sea, there are huge waves going on at the back. Far away we see the large waves, and those waves are due to the mechanical changes in the weather that brought about those changes and causes those tides or waves. Gluts means surplus or excess. Gluts means surplus or excess. Twice 10,000 caravans till the spell. Twice 10,000. Here we see three T's coming in the same line. Twice mean two, 10,000 means 10,000. So what is the literature language used here? This is alliteration. We have already studied in class 5 or other grades. So twice 10,000 is alliteration is used here of Hecate. What is Hecate? Hecate means is the goddess of magic. So here the poet wants to say the moods of the sea, they changes with the spell of the Hecate. Spell of Hecate means Hecate was a goddess of magic, uh, and so does the sea. Sea is compared to goddess. That sea has a lot of magic. Magic means the moods of the sea. So the moods of the sea refer to the rise and fall of the sea tides. So the mood of the sea changes just like the spell of the Hecate. Now next we also do some sort of grammar here. So we are keep going the alliteration, personification, metaphors, whatever they come in the way. Often it is in such gentle temper found. What is temper? Temper is as we say in normal language, he's short tempered, he lose his temper. Tis is in other words it means it is. TIS in other words it means it is. Gentle temper found. Often the gentle mood of the sea is found, that scarcely will the very smallest shell be moved for days from where it sometimes fell. The mood of the sea is ever changing, like it's here the personification is used. When sea is angry, it swells up. In the first line we used a word swell. Swell जैसे like आपको बताया कि जैसे मैकेनिकल वेव्स होती हैं ड्यू टू वेदर चेंज सी में. When sea is angry, it swells up, rise and fall of tides or rise of tides, and floods the desolate shores. Floods the sad shores. The shores are sitting sad, and when the sea is angry, it fills the shores with its water or floods the shores. There, that means here. The personification is used on other days. Sea is in gentle temper or good mood, that even a small shell here means a seashell, won't be moved for days. On other days, sea is in gentle temper. In some days, it is angry that it floods the shores. On other days, sea is in gentle temper, in a good mood, that even a small seashell, won't be moved for so many days from where it fell in the sand during the storm. The seashell, we know that the seashell is inside the sea. So how it comes on the beach or on the sand? From the previous stormy winds that brings the seashell to the sand. So this means that when the sea, sometimes the mood of the sea is ever changing, that sometimes when it is angry it floods the shore, and sometimes when it is gentle enough or in a good mood, it cannot move even that small seashell who is which is on the shore. That shell is brought from the sea to the beach side. Okay, that even that has not been moved a little bit, as we say. Oh yeah, who have your eyeball waxed? Waxed means irritated, tired, and tired. Feast them upon the wideness of the sea. Feast, delicious food, have a feast. Oh yeah, whose ears are dined with uproar rude. Dined means unpleasant, repetitive noise. With uproar, rude. When somebody is behaving rude to you, you keep on listening that you feel like your ears are just ringing with that, or you don't want to hear that rude noise. Or fed too much with cloying melody. Cloying melody means here that irritative noises to whom you become sick of. Here, the poet John Keats now addresses the readers. Which readers? Those who feels that their eyes are tired and who are feeling pressurized or stressful from everyday burden or stressful life. One kind of people are those whose eyes are tired and who are feeling pressurized. When you feeling pressurized or tense, sometimes you feel your eyes are becoming heavy, right? On other kind of people are those whose ear are bored of listening to rude insults or fake fluttering. What that means? Noisy sounds of cities, towns, or someone in the offices, so your boss is insulting you again and again, or etc, etc. So there are two type of people he is talking about, whose eyes are tired because of the everyday stress, and the others whose ears are tired. There are two types of people he is talking about those, and addressing them. What should they do? They should sit near the sea and enjoy its beauty as a feast. As we enjoy our feast, we love to eat, we like it. Same is the way we should sit near to the sea and listen to its gentle sounds. What does mean here, gentle sound? We will read it later. Okay, you will feel you are in heaven or haze, and you will forget all your troubles. Sit ye near some old cavern's mouth and brood. Brood means worried about something, until ye start as if the sea nymphs quiet. Quiet means who lived underwater. Sea nymphs in layers. Quiet means in layers. Sea nymphs, fairies who lived who lived underwater. He just use it here, word names for that. So what we are talking about, the gentle sound which is coming from the sea nymphs or fairies who live underwater. It seems like underwater there are lots of fairies who are singing melodious sounds, beautiful sounds. So cherish yourself with those sounds. You should sit by the sea and cherish yourself. So what is the main idea? There are two types, idea or theme. What is the idea of the poem? The poem is about the power of the sea, both physically or spiritually. So we have already learned what is the physical power of the sea, that it can destroy whatever it wants, or when it's in a good mood, it never touches a seashell over there. So there are two types of natures. Or spiritually, as we said, as we all know, that when we are in a good mood, especially those Karachi people who wants to go, when they are sad, they want to go to the seaside. When they are happy, they want to go to the seaside, whatever they like. So spiritual effect and the physical effect. Moving on to the next exercise. So the exercise here is that okay, what is the rhyming scheme of the poem, as we have already done with that, the poem. So the rhyming scheme of the poem is A B B A, A B B A, C D E, D E C. So the comprehension questions are there. The question number 1, list the literary terms used in the poem. It is about the listing, okay? For your own knowledge or info, you can write it down or whatever you feel like. So what are the literary terms? Means the literature which is used in this poem is: number 1, personification; number 2, alliteration; number 3, metaphor; number 4, symbolism. So whatever you feel like, you can elaborate it, or just here in this question it is about listing. So personification we have done with that. Sea whispers, sea temper or mood, desolate or sad shores. As we know, we don't whisper, the human whispers. So here the sea is personified as whispering, sea mood or temper. Shores, never be sad, sad is human. So here personification again, desolate shores. Sea is like a Hecate is god. These are the personifications. Alliteration we have done twice 10,000s to express the number of caverns in the mighty sea. TTT, twice 10,000 is alliteration. Metaphor here is the winds of heaven. We have seen that here, the winds of heaven. Here it's the metaphor, the winds of heaven. It's due to a religious background, was used for describing strong winds of the sea as the winds of heaven. Okay, moving on to the next. What does the sea symbolizes? The sea symbolizes that it is quite relaxing, or symbolism basically. Here it used that the question number 3, the sea symbolizes quite relaxing. What are the 3 moods of the poem? When we talk about the moods of the poem, we already know what is the mood of any poem. It is sad, gloomy, and it's also romantic. As we know, it is a romantic poem, so the mood of the poem is also romantic. How does the poet describes the sea? The poet describes the sea as a mighty being. Mighty, we already know that it's huge and it's a powerful, it's basically he wants to describe the powerful nature of the sea. Or here we can say the poet can describe it as a mighty being. Number 2, we can say that here he described as a monarch. What is a monarch? Who rules over the waves. Okay, monarch, monarch, who rules over the waves. Okay, question next, moving on to B1. The speaker is speaking to the reader about their worn out and weary eyes in line 9. What do they suggest to make themselves feel better? So the answer to this question: to look at the sea and appreciate its beauty. The sea is something to be savored and enjoyed like a delicious meal. This is the answer. We have already done with this answer. What kind of mood is the sea in line 5? It is gentle. Moving on to C1. Why is the speaker suggesting the reader to visit the sea? What reason do you think they may have to make such suggestion? We have already done with that. Why is the speaker suggesting the reader to visit the sea? Because it is quite relaxing, and it's cool and calm, and it has a spiritual effect on mind, and it's beautiful, and we should go and sit by the seaside, enjoy its beauty as we enjoy our feast, like that. The speaker claims that calmness of the sea can open people up to a wider world of imagination. Do you agree? Give reasons for your response. So here in this question it says that the poet said the sea is very cool and calm, and due to its calmness there is the world of imagination is quite wide. Do you agree? If I say yes, I do agree that the calmness of the sea makes me feel relaxed. Give reason for your response. Then it comes in the reason: because the calmness of the sea makes me relaxed and make me less tired, in a peace of mind. So when I feel relaxed, and when any human feel relaxed, his mind work like a sonic hedgehog, so faster, and you have better ideas in mental peace and stability. You can make suggestions and make your ideas, and you can decide whatever you like, and when you are in a peace of mind. See, when you are relaxed, and you have seen your elders, especially your parents, when they are relaxed, they are in a good mood, right? And when they are relaxed, they can do things properly. Even the moms, they don't forget. And as we do, all the mommies have a habit of forgetting, like placing a thing, and other minute they say, oh, where I put it. Okay, so yes, I agree that the calmness of the sea has a wider world of imagination, because when you feel relaxed, you have your mind work more efficiently or effectively as compared to when you are stressful or tired. So the question number 3 is your home task. See, what is your sacred space, and where do you go to clean up your mind? Describe the place in detail. So you have to describe it. Every kid has to do his own. and where you do go to clean up your mind, means that where you like to go and relax yourself, which place makes you feel happy. It may be inside the house, means your toy room, like my kids want to go to their toy room and play over there, that makes them happy and more happier than the TV room. Okay, then we can say that whatever you like it. Okay, thank you so much. We will join you next for the next topic. Okay, take care.